And I'll say welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Huntermun, and this, actually, because it's very clearly to my left this time, is actually um, Mega Man X. I can only control this window in a minute. This is Mega Man X. Apologies to anybody who was watching the stream for Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands yesterday, because it turns out that my video and audio were aligned with themselves, but not with the game. Because of the way I copied things over, I never got back the 640 millisecond delay that was supposed to be there, so it's quite likely I'd have to go back and double check the video, but I believe that my reactions were out of sync for the entire span of the game, so that's kind of crap. In any event, what I was just telling people on stream is that game, Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands, and the Metal Gear Solid series, and Ratchet and Clank All for One, all tied for first place votes in the last voting. You can find the current voting linked to from twitch.tv/Huntermun. There's a little social area in the About. You can find the current poll there. I always try and update it. And I believe I have also updated the poll on YouTube, but I could be wrong about that. Don't hold me to that, but the Twitch one should be correct. Okay, so those three games all tied, but surprisingly, as a second place vote, for I always have a follow-up vote, hey, that's your number one pick, but then I give you all the same choices again. What games would you also be interested in watching me play? Feel free to vote for your original vote again, but then all the other ones as well. And on that vote, that secondary vote, far and away, Mega Man X1. And I find that a little bit odd. Let me see, is that enough light for me? The screen turning off. I'm gonna nope, that is not enough. I'm gonna have to periodically poke this thing. I realize that I do have kind of a oh, I guess I'll just leave that there for a moment. I do kind of have a way to light myself from this side, and it's the television screen, so I expect that to both make it hot in here and also periodically have me poke at the Xbox, or else I'll get, dim. Not, I mean, visibly dim. I'm already a little dim. Okay, so, the current plan is to be playing Mega Man X right now. Now, you might be wondering, Hunterman, how did you get the game so clear? No, you're not really wondering that, are you? Because you know that, like many streamers, I am going to be playing the game in emulation. Though, if I find it in this drawer right here, I have got... Yeah, I could probably pull it out. If anybody wants me to prove it, I have my Super Nintendo copy is right here in front of me. I also own the Mega Man X collection for PlayStation 2 or GameCube. I think it's PlayStation 2. I own that. And I also own the Mega Man X Legacy collection for Xbox One. Now you might be saying, Hunterman, if you own those... What? Can you send the link again? Yes, I can send the link again. I can do that. Paste. There you go. In case you haven't voted yet, there is the link for you there on Twitch for you to be able to vote in the poll. Now, you might be saying, Hunterman, why aren't you playing the Mega Man X Legacy Collection? Two reasons. One, I have 100% of that game. Or rather, not the game, but the Mega Man X portion of the game I've gotten all the achievements for. So I don't need to play it again to pick those up, which is one of the reasons I keep playing something like Warrior Within, trying to get the Platinum, because I want to have the recognition for the Platinum, but it's not a fun game, so I kind of do it a little bit at a time. But... why am I not playing that version? Because that version has approximately 300% input delay. You can't access the link. Well, that's not good. Alright, Gohan. Well, taking a moment aside to do this really quick. What happens to the link? Click. Works for me. What device are you on, Gohan? Meanwhile, I will continue with the Mega Man Xness. So, I don't actually know how much input delay this running the game as I am right now. but I have it use absurd amounts of CPU to skip ahead to be able to do like the next frames. And it should be pixel perfect or near pixel perfect resolution for everybody who's watching it later on your PC. I don't know, Gohan. Nobody else has expressed any issues with it, and I just clicked on it a second ago and it worked for me. Try the link on the About page on my Twitch. I mean, it should be the same link, but I mean, if you're already on the web, then try opening that in a new tab and see if that works. I just realized I forgot to tell the roommates an important thing. So I got that important thing happening. Okay. Right. Okay. So I don't know how much input delay this has, but I am playing it with the most expensive and accurate knockoff Super Nintendo controller I have, the PlayStation 4 controller. So, we're going to see. To be clear, I am pretty good at Mega Man X, and it is one of my favorite games of all time. I've beaten it at least 24 times. That is not hyperbole. But I can only move this window when I'm looking at it. Okay. I'm going to try and keep an eye on Gohan to see if they report that they have any additional... That's because I have a good taste. You know, most people think they have good taste, but to reassure you, Warboss, that I am not immune to having bad taste, you voted 2 games. Cool. To make sure I'm not immune to bad taste, I just want to put this out there. Hot take. I recognize that they are bad, but I generally enjoy the Resident Evil movies. There, I said it. This game being in your faves. Well, I mean, yeah. I even have it prepared in case I manage to get through Mega Man X way before stream is over. That I would begin playing Mega Man X2. We'll see how it goes. Why? I'm worried that the game might actually literally be playing at double speed, because that transition beyond this title screen is way faster than I remember. Alright, let me know if you guys are seeing any issues. Oh, what? Whoops! Since the last time I played, it didn't keep my control scheme. 1 second. If I maximize this, does this screw up my stream? The answer is yes. So let's not do that. This game should be running at 60 to 60.1 frames. I went into the options mode and everything, and I didn't change my control scheme. Okay, let's see here. Wait, what? Wait, what? That's not X. Wait, is that X? No. Yes. Maybe? Darn Super Nintendo. I think that's right. Ever since Mega Man Zero, I can't play it with, like, default control scheme anymore. When did this game come out? That's weird. It doesn't say on the title screen? No, it doesn't. I'm gonna go with 92. Okay, that is fading away so fast. I'm worried the game's running at double speed. Here we go. Older than your big brother? If that is true, probably older than my little sister. I kind of have this chat in a bad space. I might have to actually move my, Yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna move the, main chat back over to the other window so I can see it better. I mean, I can ask, hey Siri, when did Mega Man X come out?
I found this on the web.
Oh, you found this on the web, did you? You couldn't just answer my damn question? December 17th, 1993. That might be Japan. But 93 does sound more right, though. I don't think it's 96, though. I think it's more like Mega Man X3. Okay. Alright, cool. I can see the chat better now. I ask Siri questions like that all the time. Oops, I got hit because I was thinking about turning down the volume. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. What the hell? Oh no, the touchpad is mouse? Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Yes, I am using the DS4 program. Currently, it is working. And what is it called? Taiga? I tried to install a patch for the game, but that ended up not working like intended. Kind of screwed things up, so I'm not running that version. But the patch version basically would have installed the CPU chip that they use in Mega Man X 2 and 3 to eliminate all this game's lag. I tried to do that, but I was like, but it didn't work. Oh, I'm sure I can. I try not to accidentally hit the touchpad anyway in real life, and if it persists, then I'll try it. See how the game teaches you how to play by playing. You're pressing against the wall, you learn how to wall jump up. Oh no. That's gonna be a problem. I wonder if I can set it not to go to sleep. Trying to figure out what the good balance is for me in my head. Are you going to shoot for the Hadouken, or are you rushing Sigma? Oh, I can get the Hadouken. One of the patches I almost installed would have made it so that you only have to die once, or rather, you don't have to die at all to get to Armored Armadillo and pick up the Hadouken, rather than having to do it 6 times, which is a bother. But, you know what, I'll put it to a vote when we get to that point in the stream, whether people want me to do it or not. I think that's fair, for the people who are watching. One of the things that's been troubling me recently is I have recently said that my fastest time through this game is about 50 minutes. And that probably can't be true. You're too young for this? You can't enjoy your Mega Man X? Oh, there might be a little screen jitter. How are you too young for this, Gohan? It's a video game. You can't be too young or too old for video games. Just saying. Is it that it looks better than a lot of modern games? I know, it can be hard to go back, right? Alright. For the record, you can't win this fight, so it's actually faster to get yourself punched in the face. Unlike Mega Man X, or rather Mega Man Maverick Hunter X, the remake of this game, which you can theoretically, I believe, beat Vile. You worthless piece of scrap metal, did you ever think you could defeat me? I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He is designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached your full power yet. If you use all the abilities you were designed with, you should become stronger. You may even become as powerful as I am. I'll scout ahead and collect as much information on Sigma's fortress as I can. I'll meet up with you when you get there. See you later. X, I know you can do it. Okay, so to answer Gohan's question while we sit here on the happy, check this out, a couple of things. One, first of all, Gohan, you will know what's going on because this is literally the start of this series. Now, Mega Man has a giant overarching super plot which has almost no connection to each other. In fact, there's only one confirmed connection that I am aware of, and that's that Mega Man Zero series actually concludes. So, I don't know why I'm looking over at the chat room like you're there. You're up here in this green light. Okay, so anyway. The Mega Man Zero series actually concludes and goes into the Mega Man Zex series, like, directly. But other than that, Mega Man is followed by Mega Man X, is followed by Mega Man Zero, is followed by Mega Man Zex, is followed by Mega Man Legends. And that is the, we'll call it the prime timeline of Mega Man. This is the beginning of X's saga, so you haven't missed anything yet. And you just got name-dropped Sigma, who you were asking about. Sigma is a former Maverick hunter. Okay, so there's all these dudes, because you're missing this from the instruction booklet. Back in the day, a lot of the plot would be in the instruction booklet. And I don't actually know if I need to, like, mute this while I'm talking. I don't know how loud that is. You guys can let me know if that's overpowering, if I should mute this while I'm talking. Okay, so, this dude named Dr. Kane found this old laboratory of Dr. Thomas Light, who is the main heroic scientist figure of the first series, who you can see in a more recent game, Mega Man 11, which came out like last year. Okay, Thomas Light set up this Reploid, this replica humanoid named X, the titular Mega Man X, and that's the character you're playing as in this game. He was found, and Dr. Kane, who is not a robot scientist, okay, he's like, oh, I can increment on this design and I can make it better. Let me make a whole bunch more Reploids. Let me run them off of assembly lines and make a whole bunch of them. And that didn't go well. It didn't go well. They started to go Maverick, and what Maverick means is basically they decide, because they have thoughts and they can make their own decisions and they are not bound by the 3 laws. Asimov is a whole other backstory. Hopefully you have some concept of the 3 laws. Watch iRobot if you don't. Okay, now, having said all that, so they start going Maverick, which means they basically start going crazy and hurting human beings, and that's what the human beings care about, because human beings. So, they set up the Maverick Hunters. The Maverick Hunters have to deal with the Mavericks. That's pretty straightforward. The fastest, best, most intelligent Reploid was set in charge of them. He was Sigma, head Maverick Hunter. And the head Maverick Hunter, at some point recently, went Maverick and took the 8 most loyal and most powerful, 9 technically, Reploids with him. And now X, who didn't want to do any of this fighting and who was only designed to be able to fight as a means of, like, preservation and self-defense and defending other people, he is setting off with basically, let's call him the 10th most powerful Reploid, Zero, which will come up for debate later. And X and Zero are going about trying to deal with Sigma's 8, let's call them lieutenants. You just met his second in command, that was Vile. And trying to figure out where his main fortress is so that you can go deal with him. And at that point, you should be pretty much caught up. It's a 2D platforming game where beating the bosses gets you their weapons, defeat them to gain power, defeat all 8 of them to go on to the final levels. It's like a Mega Man game. Except for the first Mega Man game, which were only 6 guys. But, except for the remake where there were 8 again. Anyway, I think that's it. If you have any questions, let me... Oh, I'm sorry, Hadouken. One quick thing. So, Capcom makes a different series you probably have heard of called Street Fighter. Street Fighter has main character is named Ryu. Ryu has a throwing fireball punch that is called a Hadouken. Think of it as budget Kamehameha wave if you've watched, because you watched Dragon Ball Z. So, the Hadouken is a forward fireball, and this game has a special upgrade capsule, which is an Easter egg that if X goes and finds it, and it's actually very hidden, if X goes and finds it, he'll be able to perform the Hadouken, which does, I believe, 32 points of damage to almost every enemy in the game, and all the enemies in the game, including the major bosses, most all of them have a maximum of 32 hit points. And there you go, Hadouken. So, now, if you have any more questions... Whoops, I am not actually in that window, so I can't make it go forward. I almost feel like asking the chat what one I should go to, but you know what? Let's get the rust off. Let's prove myself later. There is a mod that I've discovered that will allow you to play the game basically 0%, including not picking up the boots. That sounds really hard. I'm really interested to do it, but I'm not going to do it for my first stream on the channel. Oh, I'm going to get hit again. Oh, great music. Damn it. Fuck that bat in particular. Wow, this feels more responsive than playing it on the Xbox One or PS4. Mega Man series is the best music in video game history. You know what? It's certainly up there. Alright, Gohan, speaking of the capsules, here's the first one. So, you've come. X, I gave you the ability to choose your own path in life. This is Dr. Thomas Light, by the way. This is a hologram. And I hope the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one. But now it seems that you are destined to fight. Because I thought the world might need a new champion, you know, because Mega Man would be gone, I have hidden capsules like this one. If you find and use them, you will be able to increase your powers beyond anything the world has ever known. Step into this capsule and receive an acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X. Alrighty then, here we go. Demonstrate. There you go. Now you have high mobility. Man, it sucks that this does feel better than the Legacy Collection, actually. Legacy Collection. Not to be confused with Collection, in which Mega Man X3 had the vacuum cleaner noise from the PlayStation version. Ugh. Hey look! A giant robot armor, just like Vile. Alright, I gotta get the hang of dash on trigger. I kind of expected that to happen, to be perfectly honest. Oh crap. I really do need to get the hang of dash on trigger. Where is it? Ooh, I might actually need to move that button. Excuse me. Apparently that won't work on trigger. I need to put that on... Wait, hold on. Where do I change... Oh, no, I need to change that in the program. Alright, I think the music is audibly going to stop for just a second. I thought I did some playtesting, but I was wrong. Input. I thought... Okay, let's see here. Left button. There we go, alright. Still not perfect, but better. I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it. Okay, cool. You want a piece of me, boy? Whoop, whoop. Oh, good, I can wall dash. You little jerk. Alright, 4 stages have... Can you see my mouse? Okay. 4 stages have sub-tanks, which are like expansion packs for your energy. And all 8 stages have a heart tank. I cannot get Chill Penguin's heart tank yet. Wall jumping is OP. Get over here! You little jerk. I'm gonna just stay up on this wall like a normal person. If you're thinking he's kind of a chump, you're right. Except he's invincible when he does that. Excuse me, sir. You dropped this. What the hell? Oh, whoops. I closed the wrong thing. I closed my controller. Mark that password down, everybody. Oh, there's a password generator. Don't worry about it. Alright, let me see here. My usual course of action is to take on Storm Eagle next. My bitrate is all over the place. Is this stream looking okay to you guys? Oh, no. Guys, why didn't you tell me that the stupid overlay thing that's telling me, when the stream starts is in the way? Why did nobody say anything? I feel so dumb. You said it looks okay to you, but what about those things that were just hanging out on the screen? I mean, they weren't really in the way and they were transparent, but still, terrible. It didn't. Yeah, it didn't register me either. But I was looking at the main screen. Oh, good grief. As a reminder to always, everybody who is watching now or later on YouTube, I am clearly a professional. Obviously. Oh, man. Every time I had to, like, jump and stuff, and especially jump dash, on the collection... Oh, by the way, that's a heart tank. Easiest one in this game. Not the easiest one in the series, that goes to Wire Sponge. Whatever I was just saying. Oh, the Legacy Collection has tremendous input delay. I don't know if you can see that mouse. Let me get that out of the way. Like, the number of people who I told about it, and whose response was, oh, well, I could play the game. I'm like, dudes, I don't care if you can play the game, alright? The game... Watch this class. I love that effect. Yeah, Wara just did that. Or Karsog? Karsog. Let's go with Karsog. I'm also getting the sub-tank. That is 2 of the 3 upgrades in this, 2 of the 3 increases in power in this level. The only pickup I've ever really had trouble with, just for the record, is that I was convinced for many years, even though I picked it up, even though I'd gotten the Hadouken at some point, I was utterly convinced there were 7 heart tanks in the game because I could just never remember about the one in Chill Penguin stage, for whatever reason. That's the one I have missed more often than anything else. Whoops. I gotta be honest, I keep expecting Dash Jump not to work because I've been playing Legacy Collection for a while. And Legacy Collection has, no joke, like 24 frames of input lag. Which doesn't necessarily sound like a lot. But it is like 300%. Like, this game at most has 8 frames. I think original Legacy Collection, I forgot that guy comes back. But I knew that. Like, PlayStation 2 era Legacy Collection, I think, has 8, and I think Super Nintendo has like 3 or something like that. Alright, so check this out. Get ourselves our second capsule. This capsule contains an enhancement for your helmet, which will allow you to break some ceilings with a headbutt. Pretty straightforward. It also looks fancy. Man, don't you wish this was used more often? Hard Hats, the worst enemy in the entire series. I got that one on the first try, though. Weird. Ah! Alright, these fall. So, for anybody who doesn't know the trick, free refills. That's an alternate way to get into the boss door. X-Flame, what's up? Welcome to Voted On game number 2. Or rather, of the last vote. You see Mega Man, you click? That's valid. Whoops. Aww. Dash one time? Excuse me, in your face. I was trying to get up close. He didn't dive me, but one time at the end of the fight. I've never had that happen before. I know it's possible. Clearly it's possible, it just happened. But I've never had that happen before. He dove one time. Madness. Hey, I got a game breaker! Does anybody else miss NFL Street? I miss NFL Street. Alright, let's see here. I think I normally do Flame Mammoth next? I go for the easy upgrades up front. The stuff that's pretty quick to get to. Image went blurry? Well, that's not good, did it? It might just be you. It looks okay over here on my demo stream. Now, okay, in case Gohan's still there or anybody else, please note that this is a fire stage, and the fire stage is covered in ice. Why is it covered in ice? Because Mega Man X, unlike pretty much any other game in the series except for, I think, Mega Man X6, has stage effects where if you meet certain requirements, or in this case specifically you beat prior bosses, you will do things to other stages. So because I've beaten Chill Penguin, the snow and ice has gone downhill into the factory that's at the base, which is Flame Mammoth stage, which is why the fire stage is all frozen over. Yes, Captain Soja, I am happy that you are here, but you didn't give me enough warning to, like, take the day off, so hello to you. I will be down. I will not be running a long stream today specifically because you're here. We will be ending at 6 or thereabouts. Could be your it could be your VPN, Carsog. And X-Flame says, I like going to Sting Chameleon for the body armor, then committing seppuku and never coming back until I beat Octopus. I hear you. But, I like getting the Buster upgrade. So normally this down here would be like, I don't remember if it's one-hit kill, molten metal, but it is damaging molten metal, but now it's all frozen over. So, easy path, see? That little noise you hear is every time you pick up a health upgrade while you have an unused sub-tank, which I picked up in Storm Eagle stage, every time you have max health and you pick up a health, it goes into the tank until it's full. It just does about 9 damage. Oh, I don't even check my damage. To be perfectly honest, X-Flame. As much as I've beaten this game over 20 times, I hope I don't mess this up, because you can literally mess this up. Ah ha 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 ha! Bone! Yeah, that's out. Excuse me, I'm actually gonna kill myself. I'm legit gonna... Well, actually, I'll pick up this heart tank and then I'll kill myself. That is the first time I have missed that helmet upgrade in several years, but of course it had to happen on stream. Come on, guys. You can do it. You got perfect freaking aim, you jackasses. Oh, I guess I could pick up the sub-tank while I'm here. I mean, those guys can also kill me too because they are super accurate. Yeah, it's fine. I'll get the sub-tank in a second. Alright, time for death. Intentional death received. Like I said previously, I have not fully tested trying to run this game in emulation, just that I wanted something that ran better than X Legacy Collection. And so I don't know if that was a result of me legit making a mistake on the button presses, or if that was slight input lag. I don't know. You can also go over the top of the stage. By what do you... which part do you mean, X-Flame? Really? Twice? Alright, maybe it is input lag. Crap. I think I can still maybe get that if I get one block. This is actually the most secret of the capsules because you don't need it. Wall jump up the pipes that drop enemies. Wait, really? Alright, if I die again, I'll try that. I've never heard of that. Actually, who am I kidding? I'm gonna die again. Let's go try it. Does the game load back that far? I think it does. I never knew I could wall jump those guys. Whoa, what the hell? I saw it for a second, what you're talking about. I've never done that before, though. Are you only dropping laser guys because I'm here? That's gonna make it hard to die, actually. Here, just kill me. Alright, you're piranha planting, you're not dropping a dude because I'm standing here. You need to use the wall, the pipe is just the foreground. Well, like... Oh, I think I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I will look that up later. Right now, I just need to... Okay, hold on. Unless it keeps What the hell? Whoa! What? I'm gonna let that kill me. Knock my light back up. Okay. Well, I don't want... Okay, you know what? I'm very interested in that X-Flame. I somehow have never stumbled across that. But right now, I'm gonna try for this cannon upgrade one more time. Because I wants it, but I'm concerned that I might have just a little bit input lag that I can't actually get it. Eh? Oh, I'm trying... Oh, that's what happened last time. Once you do, you can technically use a shotgun as a substitute for a platform. That makes sense. There we go. I hate button mashing for all time. Okay. Whew. This capsule contains a part which will increase the capabilities of your X-Buster, as opposed to a Mega Buster, because this is X and not Mega. You can use it to fire all types of weapons. Every capsule comes with an animation and a free demonstration. So what does this Buster upgrade look like when you use it? it looks like this. A giant pink beam of giant pinkness that actually blasts behind you. That would be the Mark 17? I'm pretty sure it's the Mark 14, isn't it? Not to totally nerd out with you, X, but I'm pretty sure it's the Mark 14, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's XIV. My instruction manual is around here somewhere. Worst enemy in the series. I hate them. I hate them so much. Check out this wall. It has another sub-tank. There you go. Now I got two of them. Na 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 na. Wait, did I get the heart tank? I got the heart tank, right? Yeah, I got the heart tank. Okay. Alright, we actually have every possible upgrade from this stage now. Mark 17, huh? Must have misremembered. I used to find those little dudes like some of the most difficult shenanigans in this game. One good shot from that takes those guys out. So jump over and shoot. Oh, actually went where I was. Okay, look you. Nobody loves you. What's that? Already a boss door? Yeah, Mega Man X isn't that long. Unlike some later Mega Man X games, you can actually start a charge with one weapon and go into it in the next. Debatably, this second easiest boss with his weakness. Debatably. Bye. I agree, X. I also agree with you on the Buster Only. I have Buster Only run this just like I have no upgrades run on Sands of Time. Oh, I wonder if that'll be an achievement. I hope there's a low % achievement in Sands of Time Remake. Alright, we are a couple minutes in and we are 3 bosses down. Let's see here. Ooh, I don't look forward to that one heart tank and Boomer with this slight delay. Go for Kuwanger. I gotta be honest with you, I have a real hard time doing that, I sled into heart tank jump. Like, I find that very difficult to do. But you know what? Oh wait, how many lives do I have? Boomer Kuwanger is actually, like, the most difficult stage to traverse, I would argue. But I need his upgrade to get other things. I think normally I would just go immediately get the armor and still in Sting Chameleon, even if I didn't like proceed from there. Yeah, I think Octopus is probably my least favorite fight. Whoops. I think that's the very first time I've been through that entire room without setting off any of those tripwires. You will notice my quiet and my determination to do so. If you sit right here, that guy's missiles never land. That is true. Sting Chameleon would have done it. Or at the very least, they get set off, but they shoot and they don't hit you. I don't really have anything that's going to help me in this hallway. Whoops. Oh no. Okay, I've got to fix that touchpad shenanigans at some point. I hate you so much. I hate you laughing goofballs. But this is the worst. Oh shit. What? I thought those were one-hit kills if you got stuck under them. That hallway's a lot shorter than I remember. I need to move this screen because I can very slightly see. Oh no! Did that mess anything up? I think that probably messed things up. 1 second. I can't quite tell. I needed to move the screen. Okay. Oh, I have 2 1-ups. I have 2 lives. That's what I meant. Lives, what such an archaic thought, having lives in a video game. That delay almost killed me right there. Man, I put good money into Mega Man Legacy Collection. I was just hoping they would patch out the lag, but like, playing this again like this, even if it's not on my original Super Nintendo, like, I can feel the difference. Whoops. I guess I was a little too early. He hit me anyway. You know, I'm pretty sure I've beaten the PSP version one time. I think it's one of the 2 PSP games I bought to play on my Vita. The other being, unfortunately, Final Fantasy Tactics Lion Wars, and that was broken. That's also one of my favorite games of all time, and that game didn't work right. Alright, let's see about this. Alright, stupid touchpad. I will fix that at some sort of intermission, but if that's going to keep happening. Almost. Do 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 do. Ah! Sure, you guys can see what I need to do here. The easiest way to get this heart upgrade The easiest way to get this hard upgrade is actually to come back through this stage later when you've gotten Kuwanger's weapon and grab it that way, which I thought was one of the only forced backtracking in the game for a long period of time, that was indeed the only way to get it, but you can get it this way. Also, the reason I am pausing before I am beginning to use this weapon is because when you fire it one time, it uses a shot and then begins to charge. But if you're holding the button coming back from the pause screen, it will begin charging without firing a shot. So I'm actually conserving ammo because I might not get this. Oh, that's right, you just jump straight up. That's the trick. That's the part I couldn't remember. You don't dash jump to it, you jump straight up. Alright, heart tank here. No sub-tank, no upgrade. Okay. What's my cycle the other way button? Why is that not working? Oh well. I don't need it. I don't use the cycle buttons anyway. I do use the analog stick flicks of, or I would use the analog stick flicks of Mega Man 11 though. That is very cool tech. There's a lot of good ideas in the execution of Mega Man 11. Still waiting on Mega Man X9, Capcom. What's going on? You got to 11 with Mega Man, you can do it. Whoa, I'm feeling the lag. What's going on? I've lost my ability to dash jump. Weird. Though I don't remember X. How badly does Sting Chameleon get OP in Remake? Or in Maverick Hunter X, I guess? Oh, that one back there came back. No! Alright, ignoring that. I don't need to kill that. So I previously said how I beat this game in like 50-ish minutes previously, and I'm not going my fastest by any stretch of the imagination, but I have to wonder if maybe I thought an hour and 50 minutes. Because 50 minutes is not in my skill edge. The game has been beaten in like 47 minutes by speedrunners. Whoops. Is he lagging in the game? Yes. Hurting my fingers, hurting my fingers. Does he just do that more? Gotcha, Beesh. I was actually really concerned about that for a moment. Maybe it was an hour and 50 minutes? Because like I said, I'm not speedrunner fast. I did go super fast through the game. I'm pretty certain that I beat it in under 2 hours. Can I screenshot that? Do 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 do. Oh, I don't have the armor. I do have Boomer Kuwanger's weapon. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Do 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 do. The pink blast takes those guys straight out. One of the more negative effects that you will see later, actually, is if you were to defeat Launch Octopus first... Whoa, there was a weird delay. If you were to beat Launch Octopus first, this stage would actually be flooded. Not the entire thing, but like enough to give you like 6 feet. The thumping you heard is this giant robot dude up here. Whoops. I'm trying to figure out if making him stand still is more effective. I don't know, I think the level 2 shots are the most effective. Yeah, he begins puffing smoke to let you know, yeah, you are eventually doing damage to him. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Damn. Got him. He was guarding a thing! Surprise! This capsule contains a new type of body armor. It will reduce the damage to your systems by 50%. Gotta keep those internals from shaking around. Bam. What I call the white armor, Mega Man X1, complete. Alright, now, over here to the... I almost tried to do that Mario thing where you, like, make the camera go to the side. Over here to the far side, there is a heart tank. But, you know, I don't really feel like dying for it. Yeah, you know what, never mind. I'll come back for it. It's much easier to get and live when the stage is flooded. Do 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 do. Yeah, I really would have liked to have eliminated all this lag from the normal gameplay. Though it does feel a little bit heftier than on the Super Nintendo, so it might not all be the game. It is there on the Super. You threw a bug at me. Better. Another upper. How's everybody doing today? You doing okay? It's been kind of a hectic year and a pretty hectic month if you're an American. I'm actually gonna get defeated by this stupid thing. And then another one. Oh, no, there's only the one? Bum, bum, bum. Let's see if I can get him into a lock. Do 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 do. Crap. Crap. You can actually have him like get knocked to knock to knock to knock to knock to. Oh, wait, it has to be fired beneath him? It has to be fired beneath him. There we go. Good enough. Sting. Is that? Oh, that's 5 guys. Oh, alright. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set off to Chill Penguin stage to pick up that heart tank that I missed that I can now get with Flame Mammoth's weapon. While I'm doing that, I'm going to put up a little Twitch ad because that's a thing that they want me to be doing. And by the time you tune back in, I should be most of the way there. So I will see you in just a second. Too early. Whoops. I assume you guys are back now? Oh, what? Ad finished? Ad finished. Okay. Just checking. Alright, got the heart tank. Exit. Do. Let's see. Let's see, I need the... Okay. I can get everything from Spark Mandrill stage, and he's pretty easy. Alright, I would say this is the second hardest to traverse stage. I mean, of the core 8 dudes. Anybody who is watching the overall video, please take note. This debris you see at the background of the stage, and the reason that this stage is busted and flickering lights, is because Storm Eagle's ship crashes here if you defeat him. Far side of the screen, you can see a sub-tank. And there you go. Sub-tank number 3. Where's that ladder? I think normally I could see it, but I believe this screen is actually dark enough that I'm having trouble seeing when this goes completely black. But maybe that's just me misremembering. Now those light dudes are designed to mostly be flying where you're going to be able to see that they're a thing until that one hits you. Explicitly until that one hits you. Ah, checkpoint's a little further back than I remember. If I had my Dagger of Time emote, that would be time for that. Do. So you see that one ahead of time. You see that one ahead of time. If I hadn't have gone to the edge, that would have been okay. That is not the way forward. Even though other stages would have you go down almost immediately, that is actually a bottomless pit. Frames? Who needs those? I believe that is Bubble Boy's weakness. Bum ba da bum. Whoops. Alright. This is one of the trickiest heart tanks to get in the game. Especially on Legacy Collection. You have to look away from the wall and then immediately jump so that it comes back to you, but grabs it on the way down. And if you shoot it off screen, you lose your ammo. There we go. I don't actually know if there's a superior way of doing that, but that's the way I've always done it. Damn it, freaking thing. I don't want that to happen in an action moment. Mousey off the screen. Oh, that's right. X has the energy equalizer, which makes it so that when he picks up a weapon energy, it automatically goes into the lowest weapon. Which is a thing you can get in Mega Man 6? I don't think it's in 5. I knew you were there. That's what I was trying to do. Whoa. Getting a little bit of hit on the delay of letting go of the weapon, which is unfortunate. Okay. Unless input delay eats me up, you're about to see the easiest fight perhaps in the entire Mega Man multiverse. Perhaps. Possibly. Oh no, I've been hit. I've already ruined— wait, what the hell? Why did my weapon go away? So you can already tell about the input delay because I've been hit. What the hell? Why is he getting invincibility? Why is my weapon turning off? Things are malfunctioning. Okay. How that's supposed to go is he breaks free, I hit him. He breaks free, I hit him. He breaks free, I hit him. But, apparently I was off by enough frames that memory wasn't doing it for me there. Alright, Sub-Tank and Heart Tank got. I wonder if there's a screenshot button. I'm gonna need those passwords at some point, I think. Yeah, maybe it was an hour and 50 minutes. I could see an hour and 50 minutes. These old games are so short, you are correct. Though, to be fair, a lot of modern games are legitimately too long. I'm just saying. I was well and done with wanting to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey at about 90 hours, and I didn't get the true ending to that game, didn't finish what I was doing, until 135 hours. and I had long past reached the level cap and been completely unable to level. There is way more world map than there's anything to do with. Kind of like in Assassin's Creed Origins, you literally don't see at least a third to a half of the entire giant frickin' map when you're just playing that game at a reasonable pace. Oh yeah, well, I mean, I beat, as far as the Pop series goes, I beat all of the games in, let's see, what was it? 8 hours, 12 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours? All 4 of the Pop games I just played. Definitely check out Speed Demos Archive if you want to see games done, or if you want to see games done quick. Also check out Games Done Quick. But the speedrun, I believe, of Mega Man X1, the game that I'm currently playing, would have been over 3 times by now. I believe it's like 42 minutes or something. You just finished 2 Thrones 2 times in 2 days? Yeah, that sounds about right. In 2 days, you could beat it on every difficulty mode 3 times. Or on every difficulty mode twice, I should say, because there are 3 difficulty levels. Wait, only the heads of those things hurt me? No matter how many times I play this game, I still learn new stuff. No fishy. No fishy! Alright. Doesn't matter how many years you play this game, you can still die to this mini-boss right here because of these super spikes. Because he does that! He starts jerking you around. I hate that guy. I think this stage legitimately has 3 midpoints, specifically because of the difficulty of this boss dude. Eh? Whoa, whoa, whoa! I thought I finished him somehow. I was like, what's going on? Oh, god damn it! I hate this stupid thing so much. Wow, that worked. Note to self. After all these years, do that. It only works on one of them and it uses more than half the bar, which is probably why I wouldn't use it normally, but that's not the weakness of this final boss, so... Blub 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 me. Oh, and that special chime means a sub-tank is full. I almost didn't... Wait, hold on. Beautiful, beautiful slow! Standing just out of the way of the missile, standing out of the way of the grabby hands. Hitting him right in the dome. Oh, that one hit me though? Weird. Excuse me, I'm just gonna stand on this sinking sub. Everything is fine. You can also play this game on the Super NES Classic, just for the record. The pillars in the background help you denote where it's actually safe to fall. I will say this emulation, though, is super laggy by comparison. Like I've said previously, Mega Man X is not without its lag, but oh man! It's not without its lag, but like... So that was to guard the heart tank. Oops. And every once in a while, it doesn't take the cross button. That's actually the first time it's killed me, though. Anything I'm missing anywhere that I can pick up really quick? Not really. Might as well get Launch Octopus out of the way. Go zappy zap on that second one, though. Whoa, Huntermon. That missed the dash jump. Missed the dash jump again. I think the game is lagging so hard I'm getting input delay. Oh, that was too early. Have to be a little bit more deliberate now, it looks like. Missed another jump. Well, that's bad. Ah! Wait, that's over there? No wonder I've been pressing it by accident. Alright. Yeah, but it takes, like, all your bar. Okay, that button really shouldn't be over there. Oh, wait, hold on. Do I care? No, I don't care. I had to think about that for a second, but nope. Do. Oh wait, hold on, I don't have to do this. I can just avoid the missiles. I mean the torpedoes. Which are like missiles, but they only go down. Because I already got the heart upgrade, so I don't need to go down there. See how that stays land if you don't do that? What the hell? It'd be nice if this guy didn't show up here if you killed him below. What is he doing? That's new. He's just going to the left. I've never seen that before. He's just constantly going to the left. That's so weird. If I stand up here, he will go around circular in front of my face. I think his head was off screen. There we go. He'll do that. To be clear, you can only hit him in the very face or the tail. But at least this way he's lagging things less. Not lagging things, just less. Do 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 do. This is the first time I've played this game on demand, I think, where people requested it and then they came to watch. And I feel the pressure of eyes of people watching me play this game right now. I do. I cannot imagine what it's like to be like on GDQ. Wait. Hold on. X said that Cutter was Octopus's weakness, but I don't think it is. Isn't it Storm Tornado? I think Cutter just takes his arms off. That doesn't make it his weakness. Oh, our life bars are the same size. Isn't that nice? Yeah, it's not his weakness. It just takes his arms off, so he just starts laying into you like this. I'm pretty sure it's Stormcutter. So, in combination, sure. Oh, maybe it's not his weakness. Maybe it's just because it takes all the shots off the screen. Yeah, that's not his weakness either. That's not his weakness either. Oh well, Mega Buster. You got homing torpedo. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Heart tank, and upgrade. Heart tank, upgrade, and sub tank. Heart tank, upgrade. No, not heart tank. I'm sorry. This is actually the heart tank that I'm currently about to ignore. Alright, so if you come back to Sting Chameleon stage, after beating Launch Octopus, as you can see here where I'm standing, the whole place is a little bit flooded, which causes these little dudes to jump into the water and land on it, so they're at a different height, but also they can skirt across it really fast, which can really throw you off and bean you in the face if you're not ready for it, like that. I just wanted to show that off one time. Give me energy. Okay. Now, I went here earlier, but because it is now covered in water, I can now long jump over here and pick up this heart tank. Now, I'm pretty sure you can do a combination of ice and boomer, or just ice, to also be able to pick that up. But, why? Why wouldn't you just wait for the water? Alright, heart and sub tank. Heart sub-tank upgrade. Yeah, I think I'm just missing Armor Armadillo as far as, like, upgrades are concerned. Now, let me see, that's... Let's get in front of the tank and then get behind the tank? Or get in front of the tank both times? I don't remember. No, it's behind the tank the first time and then ahead of the tank the second time. This sets the tank off. And you get this sub-tank. The last sub-tank. See how it didn't even kill the freaking hard hat? The Me-Tool. Or the Metal, or whatever his freaking name is. Yeah, I can't get those health things, but it's not a big deal. Now that's the first tank. There's a second tank that I need to, like, end up behind. You've just an instant to shoot those little dudes right in the face before they peg you with a single shot. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, lost a input there. Alright, third sub-tank is full. Beautiful, beautiful lack of frames. I forgot those were super spikes. I think I'm right there, though. I am. I believe you have to have the, no, you don't have to have the helmet upgrade to get up there. There we go. When I get my tier things all set up on Twitch, I'm planning on doing little Mega Man X style life bars that you collect heart tanks for throughout the year. That's basically what it's going to be. Now, the thing is, you want to actually jump up here to be able to get the Hadoken, but you also have to have every weapon in the game, full sub-tanks, and like 5 lives, and all the heart tanks. So we'll see about doing that. What's your... Oh, your weakness is Spark. I'm so bad at dodging that. And armor off. Yup. That's about right. Rolling shield. Check this out. Finally, we found Sigma's fortress. Let's go in and put an end to his war against the humans. Alright guys, so on that note, I'm going to come back and do a checklist, but I'm going to take a quick break because I didn't have enough time after I finished eating before starting the stream because I was doing so much technical shenanigans just trying to get this to run. So, just in case anything might go wrong, I'm going to go ahead and hit save state because, yes, I am playing on an emulator. And, I'm going to leave this here for you guys. Like I said, I'm going to step away for just a quick second. If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and roll another quick ad. Because, you know, you're not going to be missing anything anyway. And I will BRB. Whoops. There we go. Using a giant television as light. Hello, everybody. How we doing? Take off this BRB. Alright, let us run through the checklist really quick. So, launch octopus. Oh, actually, and while I'm doing that, so there is a secret item in the game that we mentioned way, way long ago. Let me see here. From the Street Fighter series, you can find a special capsule with Dr. Light in a, I forget what they're called, a gi, a fighting gi. I don't know how to spell Hadoken, so let me see here. And what it does is it basically one-shots most of the bad guys in the game. You can only utilize it when you have full health. You have to actually put in the motion command, the down, forward, forward. And, to be able to execute it. So you have to have full health of all of your health. You have to have full health. You have to be able to do the motion, hit the attack, and hit the dude with it, and if you take any damage whatsoever, it becomes inoperable. It doesn't become of any use. So it's a super secret hidden thing, and it's very specifically incidental in how it is utilized. So I'm putting a vote to the chat room right now. I just called it Fireball Attack, but there are currently 3 ways we can go forward. You can have me pick up the item legitimately, which is going to take a couple of minutes because you have to die literally 3 to 5 times. I think it's 5 times to pick it up. Or I can look on the internet really quick. I believe there is a password that circumvents it so that you can put it in and get the Hadoken from a password. That would require me to reset the game and go to the password screen and type that in. Or we could just skip it entirely. And I'm going to leave that up to you viewers who are watching. You should have a little button there on your Twitch interface that'll let you pick one of those 3 options. And honestly, it's the biggest problem with it is that you require full health. And I consider myself an above-average player at Mega Man X, but that doesn't stop me from getting hit every once in a while. And if I get hit, I can't use it anymore. So it will be like all the rest of the times you not having it. If you get hit, then you can't use it anymore. So, just putting that out there. So, got a couple more seconds on that. Like I said, you should see it in your Twitch interface, on the app, or on the web page. And this is the last stretch of the game. It is the hardest overall levels in the game. Back in the day, you have to do them all in one motion because the password will only take you to right here. It will only take you back to beginning Sigma Fortress. And no further. So you have to do all these runs like old school Mega Man when you had to go through the Wily levels and stuff like that. You have to go it all in one go. Excluding that I have save states just in case. Just in case the game crashes or something like that. Alright, let's see what we got on the poll. Nobody voted. Alright. Well, to everybody watching on YouTube, leave a comment below if you want to see me go pick up the weapon. And let's be honest, you don't need me to. This game is 27 years old. I would be more inclined to do it if it was a cooler weapon. If it had like weapon energy, or if it changed up your attack style, or if you could use it when you didn't have full health. But nobody voted, so let me just do the checklist really quick to make sure we're maxed out. We got Launch Octopus, the Heart Tank, Chill Penguin, the Heart Tank and the upgrade, Flame Mammoth, the Heart Tank, the Sub Tank and the upgrade, Boomer Kuwanger, the Heart Tank, Sting Chameleon, the Heart Tank, the upgrade. I should probably do each one of these individually, actually. Let's try this a different way. Heart Tank, 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 Heart Tank. Yeah. Okay. Sub-tank is here. Got that one. Got that one. Wait, hold on. This one? This one. Oh, this one. Who else has got the fourth sub-tank? I'm sure I've gotten it. I just can't remember where it is. Wait, who has the fourth sub-tank? Armored Armadillo, Storm Eagle, Spark Mandrill. Who has the fourth sub? Why is this drawing a blank right now? I'm certain I have it because I always get Armored Armadillos last. In any event, and then I got the 4 upgrades because I know I got the 4 upgrades. So yeah, we should be good. Now, while this isn't the hardest stage in the game, it does have the hardest part of the game in it. And the second hardest part of the game with the hardest fight in the game. Let's split up. I'll go in first, and then you can slip in while I keep the main defense force busy. Alright. These first couple of pixels, not so bad. I mean, these flying in dudes are a pain in my neck. And they'll keep coming back, too. Because they come back over a certain portion of the screen. But those guys aren't the problem. This over here is the problem. Now, a bunch of moving platforms shouldn't be that big of a deal, but since you are approaching this base at night, all of the background just completely and utterly blends in and gives you no frame of reference for how you're moving. This is even more important on Legacy Collection, and a little bit probably on this one, because of the kind of like delay that the game gets from emulation. So you'll see, Trang by the Mountains is not so bad. You get these flying dudes in, and they will keep coming back. They will keep coming back, and they will whittle you down, because X is not Samus and cannot simply shoot dudes. Oh shit. And then if I miss my dash jump, then that's also bad, like I just did. You know what? I found out at some point I could hit this wall, but it's not useful to do. He's gonna bump me. X has decent knockback. I feel like the background is darker on Legacy Collection. I actually can see clouds, which I'm not used to. Okay, dash jump got eaten. Dash jump got eaten. Oh, you little bitch. I hate you so much. Get off me. Ah! This climb is the worst thing in the whole game. No question. There's not another choice. It's the only option. Worst thing in the whole game. You know that super frustrating game that they have where, like, you're a dude in a pot and you have to, like... what is it? Getting Over It. I think it's Getting Over It. And you have to, like, use a mallet to try and direct yourself like that. That's this, but in 1993. This one section. Because you can't see any of the platforms you need to get to, or that you need to fall on to be safe, because you have no frame of reference for the incoming guys. Because they keep coming back. I mean, I could leave on rolling shield the whole time. I think Rolling Shield slowly loses power over time? I'll try it. Took so long that the screen went dark on me. Nah! That combined with the occasional double tap to dash functionality. Actually, I should have just been using Rolling Shield. It's been many years. But it doesn't prevent these, like, it doesn't make these jumps better. Okay. You know what? If that's the worst I have to deal with, then that's the worst I have to deal with. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize you were firing missiles. Question to the audience. Have you seen the game Among Us, and would you be interested in watching me and some of my friends play it together? Or randos. I don't think randos would be very good because there wouldn't be voice chat, but like... Yes, that game is so fun. You know, I agree. I keep looking for an excuse, Gohan, to be able to try and get, you know, people on the Discord together to try and do a multiplayer game, but like... I already asked so much of you guys just to like watch me stream and hang out and have fun. In my mind, I'm like, I'm already asking of you, so... Alright, we got plot. Stay back, X. I'll take him on. So there's Vile from the opening sequence of the game. And there goes Zero. I don't know why you have no internet on your PC either right now. Wait, isn't that where you were watching Twitch? Also, apparently the game has a mobile version, and that is crossplay with the Steam version. I have a bunch of friends who are playing on mobile. I was like, oh, that's neat. We still need to like use Discord to talk to each other, but I don't actually own it yet. Oh, whoops, I was talking over that. I'm sorry. There is a big kerfuffle going on in the next room. Kerfuffles are fun. And, you could hear the sounds of gunfire and being shot, and what? It's free on mobile? I could play on my iPad. I mean, it's free on mobile? I mean, I think it's super worthwhile for $5. Don't get me wrong. Like, I was all ready to pay for it, but like... You know what? Maybe I'll download it and see how it just plays on iPad, and then maybe I'll... Oh, shoot. I have to figure out the audio on the Mac side of things if I was going to stream playing myself on the iPad, and it would look a little weird because I believe it would be in 4:3. And on-screen controls. I don't know if it has controller support. Do you know if it has controller support? X, do what I tell you or he's history. So Vile has kidnapped Zero. Don't listen to him, X! Go ahead and blast him! Dream on, Zero. X knows he can't defeat me. My armored carrier is more than a match for his ancient weapons. We call those right armors later, dude. Mobile carrier. Okay, so once again, weirdly enough, like the beginning of the game, you can't actually beat Vile. It just takes him a lot longer to punch you in the face because you have so many more hit points if you've been gathering everything up. Once again, I have done a low percent run, and I am greatly considering doing a low percent run. Alright, then this happens. He sets you down specifically over there, laughs, and Zero busts free. Maybe, but I'm not through yet, he says, as he charges his blaster. And if you're paying attention, half of him flies off the screen. What a worthless gesture! I can't be defeated so easily. So, X, it's just you and me now. Oh yeah? I absorbed some of that energy, bitch. What? Where did that energy come from? It really doesn't matter how much energy you absorbed, X. You are still far too weak. Prepare to be terminated. That sounds like a copyright issue. Hey, funny Vile, we're later in the game and I like have your weakness and stuff, so I don't know about this. Bye. That was not the hardest fight in the game that I had alluded to earlier. And then you walk to the right. X. I've taken too much damage. Man, his eyes are kind of shut. He's got, I'm gonna say, oil from his mouth. His power crystal is flashing. And you don't see his legs. Auto repair systems can't handle it. My power is fading fast. Your power is greater than I thought. Maybe you can destroy Sigma. Now, he doesn't actually disintegrate, he just fades away from you being able to interact him. But, fun note, Zero was in Inafune, the creator of Mega Man's original design, as being the hero of the game. But Capcom, up ahead, was like, whoa, 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 you can't name it Mega Man and then have a guy who doesn't look like Mega Man at the lead of your game. So that's what happened with that. So they became friends, possibly partners, and now X moves forward into the game alone in Sigma's Fortress with a bunch of gnarly traps of gnarliness. We got spring things here designed to set off the laser beams for you. Huh, something about the way these are timed this time. I'm actually kind of avoiding them. You use an emulator on PC to play the mobile version? I mean, at that point, first of all, you shouldn't just be finding ways around, like, getting hold of games. I firmly believe in finding a way to give developers who I want to make my games money. For example, this game that I am currently emulating, some people be like, oh, you're emulating that game. And I'm like, yeah, I've bought this game 3 times. Mega Man X, the Super Nintendo cart, Mega Man X Collection on PlayStation 2, possibly GameCube, I think it's PlayStation 2, and Mega Man X Legacy Collection for Xbox One. So I have more than given people my money for this game. Oh, welcome, Malachi. What's up? There you go, Mal. I just told you how many times I bought this game. Right. No, I'm not flinching at emulating it because if somebody's like, hey, like, it's literally here in this drawer next to me. It's just that I can't quite see the tops of my cartridges for, like, labels. But if somebody was like, I don't believe you own this game, I'd be like, alright, fine, give me a minute, and then I'll get to the drawer, and I'll pull the game out, and I'll show it to you on camera. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alright, fine, Mal. Alright. Since you're here, and since it's demanded by the audience, and I said I could do it, let's see where Mega Man X1... Let's see if I can get this near myself when I'm doing this. The problem is that it's wedged in here with the, television. If you want me to pick it up and wave it around. Battle Clash. Donkey Kong Country. A game with a sticker on it. What the hell is that? Mystic Quest. When did I get Mystic Quest? Must have been passed off from a friend. Illusion of Gaia. Killer Instinct. Oh man, these should have been in order. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a whole problem. Did you just jam Sparkman Drill stage music? Yeah, because I believe this game has a sound test. Super Metroid, Super Mario World. Oh no, my cartridges are dusty actually. Jeez. Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario Kart. That's all those. If anybody needs to see them later. Since it was demanded of me! Encore! Encore! There, I did that for Cody. The game I keep asking for a sequel for that we keep not getting is, can we get a sequel to Metal Combat, please? That is already the sequel to Battle Clash. There's my black cartridge of Killer Instinct. I can't believe... You know what? Might as well. We gotta fill this time till 6. I don't expect Sigma to take me too... Why do I have Jurassic Park? I don't remember picking up Jurassic Park. Oh, wait, that might be Kayla's. Mega Man Soccer, Mega Man 7. I don't remember having Mega Man Soccer either. I must have saw it for, like, cheap at a used store at some point. I do not have the Maximum cartridge, though Lester Z does. There we go, Mega Man X and Mega Man X2. I can't tell how... Actually, I have to look at the camera thing and see how well that actually looks. Alright, Mega Man X. Which, by the way, has a, Wait, that's not my copy, though. See, all of my games have, like, little numbered, markers on the side of them. Because I either numbered them by the order I picked them up or what game they were, so I could stack them all sideways on a shelf and be able to see them from the side and know what one it was. But this actually bad quality Mega Man X is not my copy. It even has a sticker that says pre-played on the back of it. I don't think I replaced my Mega Man X. Maybe I ended up with somebody else's also copy of Mega Man X. That would make a sense. I have like 4 brick Game Boys at this point. I should really send them off to somebody to get a brick Game Boy backlit because I have enough shells. Alright, let me get these all out of the way and get back to what I was doing. I'm pulling out the... Whoops, I can't read your text anymore. Retro stuff and displaying it for certain... Right. Well, behind me what I have is a bunch of laundry, basically. A bunch of shelvage. Like, if I had a proper room and a proper setup... Alright, these are all just stacked in here. I'll fix all that later. Ah! I've been attacked by a cart. Appropriately Mega Man Soccer. You know, the truth is, Mal, I have the setup to be able to actually plug in my Super Nintendo and play it on stream, but, and this is a thick butt, but I realized last night while I was contemplating doing that I have the component cables that I have, the connection, even though I have all the means of hooking it up, I think it would come out really, really, like, smudgy. And I wanted it crystal clear, at least for the first time I upload Mega Man X. Wait, hold on. Is the chat not showing up on screen? Has it not been showing up on screen? No, wait, hold on. Oh, there it is. You can see your words. And apparently Restream. I've gotten enough messages today. Yay! You're the 100th message, I think is what that says. I'll have to double check over here. Yep, there you go. Alright. So we good. Alright, let me make sure I can see the chat. Alright. We are... Controller was removed or lost. I don't... What? Why? Why did you remove it or lose it? Here, let me plug it back in. I just got a Windows... I was about to start playing the game again, Windows. Jeez. Wait, did the application get closed? I don't see... I think the application crashed. Well, that's no bueno. No controllers, max 4. Okay. The hell? Did it battery die or something? Well, that's not cool. Okay, now it's a red light. What in the... Well, this is hilarious. What the... What's shared mode? No controllers are connected. Fine. Unplug it. Plug it back in. Wait, hold on. Did you turn on the PS4 downstairs like a jerk? I don't know how to manually turn a controller off. Oh, man. Okay, hold on, wait. If I make it seek... Guys, I think it turned on the PS4 downstairs. So, hold on just a second. This is hilarious. I was originally gonna edit out my quick break a little while ago for showing up on YouTube, but this is too organic to have happened. I was showing off PlayStation 4 cards, I was showing off PlayStation 4 cards. I was showing off Super Nintendo cards using my knockoff PlayStation controller. It's a PS4 controller, and now it's gone inoperable. So hold on, I have to throw up this big BRB, and I have to go turn the PlayStation 4 off downstairs if I turned it on, and try and get the controller to sync up another way with the system. So, if that doesn't happen, YouTube, you'll see me jump in a second and apologize for cutting stream off and figuring out a way to do it later. But, I hate troubleshooting on stream. So, I'm gonna go try and figure that out real quick. And, Mal, keep everybody entertained. If you could, maybe if you're still there, throw up the links for all the stuff. That'd be great. Otherwise, I will BRB. What in the world? Hi, everybody. Okay, so we're gonna see if this freaking works, because apparently what happened, best I can figure, best I can guess at what happened. Captain Soja has come to visit. Yes, it is somewhat of a surprise, as established earlier, but he gives very little notice. It's just a Captain Soja thing. In any event, he is currently here. They are downstairs using the PlayStation 4 to watch video. They only turned it on recently, and best I can figure is, while I was doing all that stuff with the cartridges, this controller must have gone to, like, sleep, I guess. And as a result, when I turned it back on, it was like, ooh, I'd rather be attached to a PlayStation 4 than a Windows machine. And if I was a piece of technology, I don't know, I feel that's kind of a crapshoot either way, but here we go. Let's see if pressing this button turns this controller on. It does not. We may have found a glorious, glorious hiccup in trying to finish this. 1 second. So if I open this... nothing... How do I get it to recognize the controller without linking to the system downstairs? What the heck? What? I just plugged it in before and it turned on blue light. Did the battery die? I mean, it is a PlayStation 4 controller. You still there, Mal? Thank you for putting the links up in the chat. Okay. I don't know what to do. This is literally the first day. I can't believe ruining my momentum. Okay, let's see here. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is not... So Windows is not giving up on it? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, this should be lighting up blue to indicate that it's hooked up to the computer. But the computer is no longer utilizing it. USB device manager. Unknown USB device reset port fail. I'm gonna guess that's it. Okay. I'm gonna give that a few seconds. Frick. Alrighty. Hey Windows, can you see my Xbox One controller? That will be my backup plan. It doesn't look like it's paired, you liar. Add Bluetooth or device. Mouse, keyboard, other peripherals. Xbox wireless controller. Do that. Done. Okay. Okay. I don't know if all the rest of these buttons are right, but okay. Well, that happened. I prefer using the Super Nintendo style PlayStation controller, but if we aren't completely back in business, I will have to redo some keybinds, but otherwise, and the DS4 program isn't doing anything, so close that. Alright guys. Whoops. Thank you, Twitch. I cannot currently gift a subscription. I don't have money. That's why I'm taking subscriptions. And bits, and other things. And whatever channel points are, and however those work. Alright. Hopefully I didn't lose everybody. Oh, let me make sure that the stream thing itself looks okay. That's going to go dim in a moment, so that's going to suck. I'm going to have to... I don't know what I'm going to do. I might just have to end up going kind of dark, unfortunately, by the time this is done. Oh, now I need to take that big BRB off. Alright. Hi everybody, how you doing? Alright, so we back at this thing. Oh, okay, that's right, because the DS thing was actually binding things based upon like Xbox 360 style inputs. The trick is I now have to use this I'm just gonna say kindly inferior D-pad. Yes, I've made myself invulnerable. That's my preferred method of getting up this stupid hallway? Maybe if I'd been a little bit faster. Quanger. It's the best way to get through that hallway. I agree. We are still not at the worst fight in the whole game. That's coming up soon. Except this time we have everybody's weakness. Everybody likes weakness. I hear you, Mal, but trust me, after you played Mega Man Zero, it's hard to go back to dash not being on a bumper. Like, I agree with you, that's the way I did it back in the day. Like, holding between the face buttons, yada yada, but first of all, these hard bubble-shaped buttons on the Xbox controller, for example, are not good for that. They will hurt your fingers. Whoops. But more importantly than that, like I just found it way easier to do the shoulder stuff. So I turn it on every time. Hard hats, I hate you forever, for all time. You know what? I should do Zex and Zex Advent because I've never actually played them. I mean, I've started playing Zex, but kind of like Warrior Within, the backtracking started to get to me. I should probably play it with save states though. Oh wait, no, I can't play it with save states because I really can't emulate. Ah, whoa, hi everybody. Hold on, I want this health. Get me out of here! Oh, is it time for the worst fight in the entire game? First one was much better than the second one, really? Well, I'll find out someday. Alright, worst fight in the entire game, everybody. The entire game. Oh wait, I can't fire when I'm doing that. Damn it. Oh wait, wrong way. Whew, I almost got bit with that one. I deserved that. I deserved everything. I saw that coming and I definitely deserved it. Brain, come on. Is it because it's a small screen now? God, I hate this crap. I might legit use a sub-tank on this. Whoops. I mean, don't get me wrong, great boss, and it would be better if, It would be better if, Wait, actually, I can't think while doing this, can I? Damn. I'm gonna hold on to that thought. It'd be better if there were a way to, like, deal with the little robot spiders on the ground. Because there honestly isn't. You know what? No shame. I hate this boss. I knew that, and yet... Like, I can understand it just fine. Oh, you know what? To anybody who's watching, okay, what happens is... The spider goes downwards, and it takes every turn. Every next turn it can take, it takes. It doesn't ever skip a turn, and it can go back and forth very quickly if there's a next turn that goes back the way it came. So you can look at the screen, and you can draw a line, and you can be like, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. In fact, one of the ways I helped Daniel beat this game when he played it on his Super NES Classic was I would have him... He would basically freeze frame the Elgato... while he was playing, because that's what he was streaming through to me, and he would take the screenshot and I'd be like, alright Daniel, he's going to go like this and he's going to land here. And, you know, when you don't have that old school muscle memory for like the last 20-30 years to be able to play a game like this, that's what you can resort to. Let's see here, what do we got here? Storm Tornado, you can also fire the Rolling Shield. I think it hits spiders. No, I'm pretty sure the fire will go over it. I don't know if Storm Tornado does any damage, though. Oh, you know what? Damn it. Oh, like that's going straight down. Bam. Alright, we good, guys. We made it past the hardest fight in the whole game. It's all forward from here. That password will not improve. Oh, there goes the light. I don't have a means of fixing that. I'm gonna have to literally sync them back and forth. Wait, what? Okay. Now. Alright. I got however long that takes for that to go to sleep, like 10 minutes. Here we go. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. The start button not work there? Weird. Or wait, maybe that's a different button than start? No, I've been using it as start. Yeah, it's start. I feel like the Xbox One controller is more responsive than the DualShock 4. Which I really wouldn't have expected from the wireless, but here we are. Way to go, Hunterman. You missed your dash jump. Oh, good. Well, got that out of the way. Would have sucked to have died one time to the boss at the end and not, like, had any lives. Stupid bat. Damn it, missed the jump again. Dash jump. Slight emulation delay. Oh, I filled up that sub-tank already? How am I filling up another sub-tank? That's what I meant. Whatever. Do you have health? You do. Like a jerk. Look, bats. Nobody loves you. Can confirm. Is this chill? Yep, this is chill. What's up, chump? Whoops, too late. Oh, wow. He's got really good armor, though. He's got armored armadillo levels of armor. Bye! So, like Mega Man 1, but not later Mega Man games, in Mega Man X, you actually fight the bosses as you traverse through the castle, which, if they were doing a Mega Man 9, is something I'd like to see a return to, and or, if they gave you alternate paths through the final fortress that allowed you to fight the bosses in different order. Or, you know, Doc Robot stuff, too, for that matter. Uh-oh. Ow. Ah, it's an open sky. It's beautifully high up. I wonder who I could be facing next. Oh, yeah. Hey Mal, you missed it earlier. When I fought Storm Eagle the first time, he dove on me one time. And almost not even one time. It was right at the end of the fight, and I probably could have finished him, but I was trying to get a little... arm cannon right in his face. I believe he can do this up to 9 times, so it's good that people get to see it right now. But he did it to me once. And only because I didn't finish him quickly. Hey, what's Storm Eagle's weakness? I don't know if I've ever bothered to use it. Anybody? Anybody in chat? Stinkamelion? How would you ever fight Stinkamelion before you fought Storm Eagle? Oh yeah. Wait, damn it. Bye. Well, I mean, I guess I know the answer to that question, which would be you're playing Mega Man X on stream and you're asking the chat what guy you need to tackle next. Which I considered doing, but I was like, you know what? Everybody needs a baseline. This is me going through Mega Man X normally right now. If I ever play Mega Man X on stream again, which to be clear, in the poll I've got up that Mal linked a few minutes ago, there is a blank there for you picking game and variety of play in it. So you could pick, like, Mega Man X Slow Percent, for example. Oh. Here, in case this guy's ever given you trouble before. You don't always have to start with Chill Penguin. In fact, Mal, I almost played a mod on stream, and there was a mod that makes it so that you don't get the gun from Zero, and that you don't have to that you don't pick up boots from Chill Penguin. The gun from Zero is stronger, but it's just this gun you have here. I'm pretty sure it's not a better gun. I don't think you're right. I think I used to believe what you're saying, and I don't think it is true. Oh wait, is this Bangaranga? I'd need a table. I'd need a table. I don't know about that. More damage. It doesn't feel like it. Yep. It's Bangaranga! What's Bangaranga's weakness? Oh, you jerk. Never break the nose first. Pro tip. Where's the red one? You can put like a hit on it every time, but do not break it first. Where's the red one? Those are super spikes at the bottom of the screen for everybody paying attention. Go away! Gotcha, bish. I mean, I hear you, Mal, but as dumb as it is, I've always been kind of a X-Buster situation. All right, so that light went out at the end. Do. Okay. Then I do this and go back to the computer. Add device. This is the whole thing I'm doing. Yeah, because you don't really have a choice. You either use Rolling Shield or you, use what? Level 3 and maybe level 2 charge Buster, but everything else does literally no damage to Sigma. Final form, spoilers. Rolling Shield is basically the answer. It's more about the question of getting your shot off. Oh wait, hold on. You jerk! I can never make out his pattern. Zap you very much. Oh wait, I can dash under those, can't I? It's so weird to think of Mega Man X's dash as a slide or a duck, but it is. And I try and always avoid doing it that way. But, as you can tell by me getting, like, whoops. I got even more bats. Gotta know that dash jumper, you can't do that. Chameleon! Alright. Oh, come on. Okay, it's jump and press at the same time. Okay. Okay. I gotta like. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oops. Got it that time. Nice. That's how you do that. You're just supposed to do it the whole fight, not like the last half. That is how it is done. Yeah, that's how you handle his ass. Not the right one. Wait, hold on. Is this? Yep. Alright, let's see if I can do this correctly with a little bit less input lag. This should be the ultimate chump. crap, I fucked it up! Like that. That's how it's done. You know, it took me... It was almost 15 years before I ever saw Spark Mandrell attack. Almost 15 years. No. It's the moment his arms go down, Mal. That's the mistake I was making. When he goes like this, puts his arms down ready to do the next thing that he's going to do, that's when you hit him. Or at least that's how you do it with this amount of input lag that I've got, however much this is, on emulation. I had to find the new timing. So you might be right, Super Nintendo. It has been a long time. I remember just press button, he brakes, press button, he brakes, press button, he brakes. This, I had to actually delay myself like a fifth of a second longer than I thought. And then I got it to work. Eh? You jerky fish. Gee, I'm underwater. I wonder who I could be facing next. Yeah? No. Wait, who am I supposed to be using against Launch Octopus? I don't actually know. Meh. Mal, do you know? Because if I take off his arms, like I did last time... Oh, well that's what I did earlier. Rolling shield would make more sense. Sure. Oh, I can't, okay, hold on, I gotta be close to him. I don't like this war of attrition over here. That was not positive. This is the one I find this more effective for getting rid of his bullets. Yeah, take off his arms, make him just keep shooting because he needs the arms to do the swirling around and to suck your life force out, and then I just keep hitting him with shield. You know, if they were to remake the remake of Mega Man X, I really want to be able to dual wield special weapons. That's something I was hoping for in Mega Man 11. Yeah, Tornado, I find Tornado works better. I got kind of beat up with doing that. I got more beat up than doing it the first time, I guess I'll say. Oh no, that's ceiling. That just looks weird. Doot. What the hell? Well, I got the one up. I get. Whoops! I actually tried to air dash. Oh, Mammoth, what's up? Your weakness is not... actually, what is your weakness? I never use your weakness. I can never remember these guys' weaknesses when I get to them. Oh wait, it's Storm Tornado, isn't it? Yeah, it's Storm Tornado. Oh, that's right. That's why I do Mammoth third, because he's the first guy I really get to use a weakness on. When he does that, he changes the direction that the floor is going. Bye. Yes, I believe you can also cut off his trunk with boomerang. I'm trying to remember. There's somebody else who gets like... Man, this game is filled with like, use this weapon on this guy to do this thing. Use this weapon to use this guy on this thing. Old school stuff that's missing from games. Just putting this out there. I mentioned Metal Combat earlier. Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge. One of the things you have to learn is not only enemies' weak point, but their super weak point, and sometimes you don't want to hit that because it knocks them into another mode of attack style that's really, really bad. Like, how dark does that make me? Because turning that back on and off again is going to be really annoying. That makes me super dark. What if I turn this on? Whoa, that's not what I meant. Okay, hold on. You tell me on stream, guys, is that acceptable? Because I don't want to... I have an Xbox running just to light me at this point. Like, is that okay? Like, you be the judge. You can see my face, I guess. That's probably enough. And my NES controller shirt. That's probably good enough. But I'm waiting on at least one reply. Mal, do I look okay? Am I lit? Is this good enough? I'm at least out of the way of the screen, so I mean, it's not like I'm interfering with the gameplay. You look fine. You are lit even though it's dark. Okay, well. Then I will turn that TV off and I will save the power efficiency of the Xbox. I will lean this microphone in a little bit more. Alright. Means I gotta have light blaring in my face from the task manager, but it is what it is. Oh wait, this leads straight into a boss fight, doesn't it? I don't remember what this thing is called. Sometimes I have a real hard time with it, but often I don't. It just depends. This is gonna be one of those times. How many lives do I have? I got enough lives. What the hell? I'm gonna take this D. I mean this L. This L. I'm not gonna take the D. I'm gonna take the L. I don't remember what that thing's weakness is. I have bad memory for certain stuff. Ah, what the hell? That affected me on the wall? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, whatever. Ow. Well, that's what sub-tanks are for. I'm about to get free refills anyway. What the hell? Oh, it's hitting the back of the wall. And that's knocking me off the other wall. I didn't realize that's what that was doing all those years. It's okay, Mal. I'm going to a place I get free refills, so it's fine. I'm just trying to beat the game one time for those on YouTube and for stream and everybody. Like, I'm not trying to be super crazy, fancy, whatnot. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And now, a staple of the Mega Man X series, the long shaft. Usually a long vertical shaft. Long vertical shaft leads to or from the boss. Yes, Mal, the shaft. The shaft is iconic. Dare I say it is iconic. I'm trying to remember the first time they don't do the proper shaft. Is it Mega Man X4? No, that's vertical. So it's X6? At one point they have a long horizontal shaft, which is different. I don't remember which game that is, though. But hey, everybody. How you doing? You doing okay? Because we're going to be here for just a hot second. In fact, you know what? For the sake of argument... well, let me show you what's going to happen first. I'm going to go up here, and little dudes are going to come out of this hole. And I'm going to get health, and I'm going to get power. And we're just going to be doing that for a moment. So, if you'll excuse me for just a second, I'm going to put on like a 30-second ad, and then maybe I'll be done. And we'll see how that goes. Because, you know, Twitch wants ads. Well, you know what? That's going to take like a minute. So, put on a minute ad. I'm sorry to the viewers, but it's going to help it so that people come in at the end of the game. They won't get advertisements before watching the final boss fight. So, if you just bear with me, it will take a moment to do, and you're not going to miss anything at all. Okay? I don't know what to say, though, because I know some people have ad blockers up, so I actually shouldn't be quiet during this time. I think that was a 1-up. Alright, all my weapons are maxed. There's a 1-up. Wait, hold on, am I full? No, I'm not full. I'm trying to figure out if the people watching the Twitch ad are back. Yeah, they're probably back. I'm about to say, and everybody on YouTube is like, and forward on the pad. Wait, is that it? That's it? Alright, let me double check and make sure everybody's back. There you go. Alright, guys. You didn't miss anything except for me grabbing recharge and a couple of 1-ups. And if I get really bad off, well, I mean, I don't really need the 1-ups, per se. This first fight would be where the Hadoken really comes into play. I'm trying to remember what the weakness of the first fight is here. Oh, I need to switch off that, because it's going to be making noise. Welcome! I see you managed to get here by yourself. Very impressive. I could destroy you, but I would not rob my pet of that pleasure. He knows how to deal with betrayers. Should you live, I will be waiting for you. Don't disappoint me, X. Woo! I love that. Woo! Fire? Mal, do you remember the weakness of the dog? Because I usually just... X-Buster him. Shot. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, well, it's unfortunately also... Oh, it's Sigma's weakness, too. That's why I don't do it. But, I mean, if this doggy's gonna be a problem... That's not shock. Oh, wait, hold on. I can just go over here and... Maybe actually fire. Okay. I couldn't remember. At least I didn't use a sub-tank on that. I don't normally have that much problems, but, you know, we're at the point where your input's going to be really important, and I don't know how much delay I'm getting from emulation. It's very slight, but when you've played the game enough times that your, like, brain is frame perfect on nonsense, like, even a slight input delay can really mess with you. So we just read this a second ago. My mouse is on screen. I don't even know how that would be possible. It shouldn't be... Alright, well, anyway. Puppy? Maybe? I've never gotten Puppy into a loop before. That was new. Well, I don't need fire for anything else. Oh, I'm already down. Whoops, I should have recharged Spark. Whoops. Bye, Puppy. Sigma's always weak to electricity. I don't know why. It's just a thing about him. Every game. Excellent job, X. I see why Zero counted on you. You are almost as good a hunter as I was. But the time of your destruction has arrived. You shall regret ever having defied me. Excuse me, wall. I didn't drop fast enough. Whoops. Botch that. Botch that. Out of practice. Oops, too much. Crap. Yeah, I was gonna let that happen. I realized I was out of ammo. Alright. So doing this again. Man, the rust. The rust. Like I was missing, I was wasting shots. I got a 1-up. This is what you miss in that minute commercial break. Lots of this. I do kind of wish more of the X games had like a refill spot like this, because the solution in Mega Man X3 is to get the helmet chip and just stand still forever, recharging your energy. Oh wait, did I fill? Oh, that was quick. You could look it up, Mal, if you want to double check and see what the weakness of the dog is. Take some of those moderator powers. Alright, here we go. Puppy! Puppy, do what you were doing before, it was better. Comment in the chat below if you've ever been repeatedly killed by Sigma's dog. I mean, I'm sorry, not in the chat below, but in the chat or in the comments if you're watching on YouTube later. I mean, I usually Hadouken him too, but I put it up for a vote and nobody voted, so I didn't go for the Hadouken this time. Right in the noggin. Oh, Shotgun Ice! Shotgun Ice! Shotgun Ice! The worst part of Maverick Hunter X. It ice particles him? I gotcha. It dusts him. Shotgun Ice! Burn! Burn the ground! Burn! This is the joy of pattern bosses, by the way, everybody. I mean, it's not as much a joy as, say, Punch-Out, but, like, it's up there. Being able to figure out their little trick, their tells, and exploit it for your own personal gain, your victory. Does Sigma have more moves than this? Yes, he does, if you're wondering. I'm just not allowing his AI to think about doing anything else. Uh-oh. Oh, but he does that if he blocks on the ground, though. I must move over to the left side of the screen for what's about to happen. Wait, did I get a follow and I missed it earlier? No. Hi, Siggy. You've gone Coyote Loco. I think it's actually like a wolf or something, but it always strikes me more as a coyote. Alrighty. This fight is a little bit of a crapshoot, if I'm being totally honest. I feel like I either get ultimately very fast destroyed, or I just, like, wreck its whole everything. Oh, crap. Oh, my everything. Ah, crap. Somebody try and grab! Somebody try and grab! Man, that does a fourth of my life bar! You have to actually dash through that. At least I'm getting hits off. Sometimes I don't even get that. Wow, I am sucking up really hard, everybody. I apologize for what this looks like. I was not certain that was going to hit me. You basically can't look at things. You have to focus on the center of the screen and perceive Tetris Vision style everything that's going on. Oh, son of a... I thought he was gonna go the other way. I think you can actually double tap. Can I take one more hit? I think I can take one more hit. Not a bad idea, Mal. Oh, but it turns off. Ah, I couldn't take one more hit. Alright, so he does at least 4 pips of damage. Alright, ruined. And this is what you do when you come back to the game after a long period of time, or if you're playing the game for the first time. This is pretty much the way you do it. You figure out the pattern after multiple retries. Yeah, it turns out if you survive the onslaught until you get there. Well, it takes so long to put out the full charge thing, but I'm not gonna say no. I'll see what I can do about it. I think Sting Chameleon is the one that what? That filled up really fast. I wish I got my energy back that quickly. So how's everybody doing otherwise? We're gonna be in this hallway for another moment. For anybody just joining, we are at the end of Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo, though I am playing it on an emulator because I wanted to give the best quality to the visuals that you could see. And while I do have a component hookup, so I could hook up my Super Nintendo and my game cartridge that I showed up earlier, it would not look as good. I either need to get myself a modded Super Nintendo or one of those super expensive capture devices that does pixel perfect stuff in the 224 by 536, I think it is, resolution of the original systems. I think that sucker costs like $500 to $700. So it's out of my price range. But hey, you know, every little bit counts. If you can subscribe to the channel, throw some bits. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/ImprovisionEntertainment. Every little bit, you know, makes it so that we can do better stuff for the channel. And by we, I mean myself, Mal, who's there in the chat, sometimes join me in for collectathons. Daniel, who will hopefully begin streaming again this Sunday. I know a lot of people were expecting to see him last Sunday, but some stuff came up. And Captain Soja, who's visiting, who I will be seeing in person after the stream is over for the first time in months. Oh, I'm done. Cody, possibly Velvet Maiden in the future. Like, we all together are going to be trying to continue to make content that you will enjoy. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, then, well, I try and post a video every single day, usually at midnight or 15 past midnight. I think on the hour and the half hour is reserved for certain types of creators, and since I fell out of YouTube's trial program thing, I can only upload at 15 and 45 after now, which is super weird. But so look at those things for 15 minutes after midnight, Eastern Standard Time, or -4 UTC. What? Oh, weird. He has no delay, but it is doing good damage to him. Wait, is he getting hit more off the splash? Yeah, that ice wrecked him, no doubt. Alright, so I now have 4 3/4 of a life bar. And special shoutouts to our patrons Todd and Carl, who've contributed so much over the years before we even really got to get started. I think all other shots do 1 pip of damage to Sigma, and this does too. I could be wrong, though. I miss segmented life bars. Oh, crap. I done fucked up. I was distracted thinking of things. Accursed things. What do they call this? A foo strategy? First order optimal? Like, this is just what I found is the most the most surefire way of being able to take down Sigma. And so that's what I do. Apparently turning off my brain was the right call, because it was getting in the way. As you do. Am I on my first life bar? I think I'm on my first life bar this time. Alright, let's try this without the rolling shield. Or, let's try this without the, Stink Chameleon first. Okay, that second shot isn't doing anything. There's a way to stay up in the corner and keep standing on the hands. But I am not good at it. Crap. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I just remembered how to dodge that lightning. It's slide the wall. Crap, I saw something happen on Twitch and I got distracted. Oh, fuck. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeep. Oh, there is also a glitch that I don't know how to set off, but I've done twice, which allows you to activate your sub-tanks in the quote-unquote wrong order, and then one of your sub-tanks will sit full, the next ones will begin to empty, and you'll end up only having one or two sub-tanks. I don't know if Mal's ever seen that, but I've had it happen twice. I have played the game a bunch of times, but... There you go, Mal had it happen. Oh, fuck. Never go under when it's straight down. Straight up and down, I should say. Ah! Is this one more hit? I think we're in one more hit. Time! No! It is not possible! I am a Reploid! I can't be destroyed by you! Another Reploid? Wait, no, hold on. Why, X? Why have you done this to us? Without the humans, my Reploid brothers and sisters could have ushered in a new age! Is that where he doesn't say the thing about it? Alright, well anyway. Check it out! There goes the giant floating landmass fortress thingy into the ocean! The war has ended, for now, and peace has been restored. But those who sacrifice themselves for the victory will never return. Except Zero, he'll be back in the next game. Spoilers. Exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped cause, and wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way? Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer. Guys, I read super slow, it's a problem of mine, but even this is a little slow for me. Like, this is a crawl. How long will he keep fighting? How long will his pain last? Maybe only the X-Buster on his hand knows for sure. I'm gonna get dark for a second. When I read that the first time, I thought that was like super deep because I thought the implication was that X didn't want to fight, this isn't what he wanted for life, and that things were going to go badly and he saw it and he was going to keep fighting forever against the Mavericks, and that he was contemplating suicide. Only the X-Buster on his hand knows for sure made me think that X was like, why am I doing this? I don't want to go on. It's one of the things about artificial intelligence sometimes is that it written in fiction, it becomes aware, and then it's like, existence, I don't want any of this, and then it ends its own existence, which is basically suicide. Or which is suicide. Alright. So, there you go. One of my most favorite games of all time, played, worse than my average. You know, a little bit below par. But, I did okay. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the game. There is very little I would change about this game if I were, like, remaking it today. If I were gonna, like, update it, do other stuff. I would definitely include some sort of a easy mode that equates to, like, backing you up to checkpoints or in front of bosses or stuff like that. Kind of like how Samus Returns does it. I would not be opposed to doing something like that. I would really like a hard mode. Something that makes... Something like the way that getting S rank in Mega Man Zero has bad guys whip out more attacks in different varieties. Or the increased levels of guys in Mega Man 5 and Mega Man X5 and Mega Man X6. Like, that would be cool to introduce. I am not somebody who's opposed to remakes, but I hate shoddy ports, and I hate just slapping a title on it. Like, most of the Assassin's Creed remasters are just ports of the game. But Assassin's Creed 3 Remaster actually, like, improves gameplay and stuff, and adds some gameplay functionality and some features and things like that. Like, I'm like, when you're updating a game, that's really the minimum you should do, is try and safely modernize it without losing your audience, and always take into mind what their critiques must be to try and satisfy them. For example, Tony Hawk 1+2 is a great remake. It basically takes the original code of the game, or like, not the original code, but like the original way the game played before, and purposely recreates that as best as can be possible. It includes updates such as the revert from 3 and the spline transfer from 4, and you can play the whole game with like improved mechanics and be able to get higher levels and stuff like that. But also, you can go into the options screen and knock it so it only plays like Tony Hawk 2 or it only plays like Tony Hawk 1, eliminating those new features. And they get their own unique leaderboard for between you and online and between you and your friends that allows you to say, well, I played at this quote-unquote difficulty because I was only playing with these resources. I was only playing with like without manual or without revert, and so that's a different place that score gets tallied up. Like, stuff like that's really cool. And the Mega Man X Legacy Collection, in my mind, did a couple of things wrong. Oh, those credits were way shorter than I thought they were. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think we were done? Oh no, we watched the whole credits, because this is where the Marvel Cinematic Universe got the idea for the post-credit scene. Oh wait, no, that's not true. But there is a post-credit scene. You can kind of make out a very faded, what looks like an old CRT monitor on in the background behind Thanks for Playing. I mean, during this playthrough, I referenced that I want Mega Man X9, so you know this game got sequels. You already know that. I think it's waiting for the music to finish, if I'm not mistaken. No, okay. Plays the Sigma Tower music. You have won a temporary victory, X. What you destroyed was only a temporary body. My spirit remains intact. In time, I will find other bodies, strong enough to do my bidding, and I will return. I shall see you soon, X. Very soon. Dun dun dun. Canonically, Mega Man X2 occurs 6 months after Mega Man X1. In continuity. It's crazy. I think if I press button, I'll go back to the title screen. So, Hunter. Mal begins without having ellipses, but the way he spaced it, that's what I assume. Have you told people why you're named Hunter? I don't know if it's come up on any streams that people would care about. I don't know if any... Well, okay, we got 5 viewers here, and we got a few minutes to kill. Alright, so I am going to, Hunter Vilesen came from the... Well, okay, Hunter Vilesen is a fan character. Yes, created in... Not from this game, technically. He'd be from the second game. Because Hunter Vilesen got his name Hunter from being X-Hunter 12. So... I know it was my screen name, but AOL Instant Messenger doesn't exist anymore. But yes, Hunter Vilesen was a fan-made character in this universe because, you know, fan-made characters are cool and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Like, they're your thing. You can grow out of them, but they're your own thing. I'm at least going to mute this screen, though. That is... this button. Yes, because my character took Vile to be his father. They were raised in the same... In my continuity, they were raised at the same base. Like, Vile helped to create him and stuff like that. Yeah, you know I love this game. Hey, man, you're the one who asked me about, like, fan stuff. But, yes. But, to be clear, I had 2 characters named Hunter. And they were in different time periods. And the reason I am Hunter Mun is because, to me, Mun is a suffix that means the player behind the character. So, if you play a character in D&D or something, you are whatever that person's name is, Mun. It can be the last name, it can be the first name, whichever is more identifiable. So, I am Hunter Mun. Without a dash, even though it's a suffix, but that's how the Mun works. And you're all Muns, because you're all people. The true self, the inner person, that which you can see, capital S, in other people, that is their true self, that is the Mun. Mal, that is not what Mun means to me. I just explained what Mun means to me. It's essentially what started as the human behind the character, but now is representative of the true self. So, my true self is Hunter Mun, so I go by Hunter Mun. And whatever your inner personal victory is that you deem for yourself, whatever is true for you, that's who you are, that's your Mun. And I use Mun as a suffix for that. If anybody can, you can be such and such mon. In any event, normally stream would be ending at 6 p.m., but I have an unexpected guest today, like I said, Captain Soja, and the game has come to a conclusion. We only got like 20 minutes left anyway, so it looks like I'm probably calling this one early, guys. I hope that you had a good time. If you did have a good time, Mal, get ready with the links. If you did have a good time, then you can check out all these videos later on YouTube. You can search for Improvision Entertainment on YouTube, where we have an excessively long link that needs to be shortened, but can't be until we get enough subscribers. We need 100 subscribers on YouTube to be able to have a custom URL. I didn't give Mal enough warning. That's not the right order, Mal. Okay, so what Mal just linked is... Mal... Supposed to do it in time with me, Mal. What are you doing? Okay, so the form that Mal has linked into the chat just now, that if you're watching live or if you're watching on the VOD, is for what game I'm going to play at the quote-unquote end of October, which is looking like the end of this week, which isn't October, but, you know, I want to give people time to vote on it. So, in all likelihood, if I don't badly attempt to play Metal Gear MSX on stream on Thursday, I will be playing some other game. I'm trying to make it so that this poll is for October. I'm trying to give everybody like 2 weeks to vote on it. But if you vote on it, I will be trying to play whatever is most popular in the votes. The current poll is unlike my regular polls. Oh, you know, I just realized I don't need to say this to everybody who's watching on YouTube. So everybody who's watching on YouTube, I thank you for watching. I hope you had a good time. And for you all, this was the end of Mega Man X. This was Improvision. Well, I guess Improvision is down here now. This was Improvision Presents Mega Man X for Super Nintendo. I have been Huntermun, and I will see you in the future. And for everybody on stream, I'll keep talking. What I was saying, that hitting the stop record button didn't stop recording.